Colonel Dinny, you've been on the ground in this sector, commanding an infantry battalion here. What does the current nature of Chinese deployment suggest about everything that you know about this general area and the manner in which on the beach, along the lake, in their boat sheds and up on the ridge, what does this deployment suggest and mean to you?
Yeah, Rahul, first of all, there's no doubt that this is unprecedented as far as the Chinese, placing themselves between finger 4 and finger 8 is concerned. There is no doubt that there has never been a incident of such scale and of such magnitude in which the Chinese have come and placed themselves between 4 and 8. And also the kind of the scale at which they have placed the structures. I mean, I am not very sure what are the exact structures which is there. But the kind of structures which they have thrown across the countryside is also not seen before. Having said that, I would like to take a slightly different view from the previous two speakers who are absolutely expert in their own fields, and it is just my humble submission which I'm trying to make here, is that we should also of course satellites don't lie. There is no doubt that satellites don't lie, but satellites also do not tell the complete truth, is also a fact which we should remember. And also the satellite images have to be superimposed on the terrain at that particular point of at that particular place. Also the operational dynamics which happens, if something has come up there, that has it got any relevance, the way we interpret a particular thing is what I'm trying to come at. For example, let's say the number of bunkers which are, so-called whatever bunkers like structures which we are seeing around the upper reaches of the mountains in finger 4 and other areas also. My question is, what is the purpose of these bunkers there? Let's say there are two scenarios which happen. One is the present scenario, the border management posture, which is scenario. In the border management posture, all these bunkers, will it be of any help? No, because the patrolling is done along the road, which is along the north bank along the bank itself. So there's no question of coming on the top and coming down. It is not possible. Second, for a conventional war, is this the way a military occupies a proper defense? No, this is not the way a proper defense is occupied. And even if it is, a conventional kind of a thing, it absolutely does not stand any logic of taking a particular finger 4 area or in a let's say finger 5. We all know how a battalion is deployed, how a brigade is. It is not in a standalone mode. It is a part of a larger entity. So my contention is that both in the present border management posture as well as in the conventional posture, there doesn't seem to be any logic of why they're doing it. Okay. And therefore, I come to my assessment is that this is basically a message which they're doing. They're just trying to put all across the tentages or structures of such nature for us to see. For us to see that we have placed it all along the place. Now you please observe that this is what we are going to do. This is what our message. So
this point has been made earlier as well, and I want to put that question to Colonel Ajay Shukla, that in the nature in which this deployment has been carried out in the open, all tents lined up as if this was peacetime, not deployed for action, not deployed for a military operation, would suggest that this is really flexing of muscles, a show of strength, a sending of a strong signal to India that we can militarily dominate the area. It's not as if they actually intend to carry out any military operation, as it were. Multiple experts that we've been speaking to have come up with a similar assessment. Would you share that? Colonel Shukla, are you at all confident that this de-escalation and disengagement will yield some results?
Rahul, they are not planning a military operation. They have already conducted a military operation. The Chinese have entered Indian territory in military strength. They are consolidating defenses. And I don't know what Colonel Dinny considers to be defenses in the mountains, but by all accounts and by all the training that we received, defense in the mountains involves occupying the heights and constructing defenses on those heights. And that is precisely what the Chinese are doing. They have gotten onto Green Top on top of Finger 4, and your information is slightly outdated. They are now building downwards from the heights onto Finger 3 as well. So they are consolidating their presence, not just hanging around there. You might also like to get your satellite experts to study the south bank of the Pangong Tso. There are now about 1,500 Chinese soldiers who have occupied defenses on the south bank as well. So if this is not consolidating military defenses, preparing to fight a conventional battle in case India tries to evict them by force, then I don't know what is.